Hey guys, assuming you just did your gentle warm-ups, you're ready to do your workout with me. We're going to start with planks. You should be somewhat familiar with them, so I'm going to just hop right into it. We'll start with a side plank on the right-hand side of your body. So come down, put your right forearm down on the ground. Decide if you want your feet staggered. Left hand on hip. Pull your belly in, and then come on up into your side plank. You can stay here, or once you feel stable, you can then slowly start to lower your right hip down to the ground and raise it back up. We're here for 20 more seconds. Lower down and raise up. Lower down, raise up, halfway there. And back up, pull your belly in, press into your elbow. 8 more seconds. Probably time for one more dip. Raise back up, hold it, hold it, hold it. And then try as slowly as you can to start to come down into your forearm plank. Press your elbows and your forearms and your fingers all into there and pull your belly in. You can stay here or slowly start to draw your left knee towards your left tricep and send it back. Draw your right knee to your right tricep, send it back. Pause, press into the ground, broaden through your upper back, pull your belly in. Left knee, left tricep. Right knee, right tricep. Pause, pull your belly in, press into the ground. And then in 3 seconds, we're coming to the left side. You're going to see my bum, but that's okay. Slowly start to work your way onto your left side, left forearm. Again, you can stagger your feet for balance, or you can stack them right hand on hip, and then slowly dip down if you're taking motion. And then press back up. Slowly come down. Press back up. Come on down. Press back up. Time for one more. Come back up. Hold, hold, hold. And then slowly come down into plank once more. And then you're just holding it. Pull your belly in. Press your forearms away. Round through your upper back. Imagine if you're kind of coming into a cat pose and you're pulling your elbows towards your toes and then try to pull your hands towards one another. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Drop down to your knees and come back into a child's pose. Hang out here for a couple minutes. Take a couple big, deep breaths. And then congratulate yourself for just being in plank for 2 minutes. All right, come back up out of your child's pose. And you're staying towards the front of your body and you're coming into mountain climbers. Last week I had you going very slow, more knee to elbow. This week we're going to up the speed a bit. So come into a plank, round, round, round through your whole upper body. Pull your belly in. And then for 30 seconds, we're going to mountain climbers with a bit more pep in your step. Prepare in 2, 1, and it's knee to nose, bounce up and down. And you're doing this for 25 more seconds. Think knee to elbow, round through your upper back, pull your belly in, and it's a bit cardio, as well as shoulders, as well as belly. Keep breathing. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in plank. Drop your knees down to the ground. I should have said if you have a weight, grab a weight. Place your right hand a little bit more towards the center of your body. Grab your weight, or you don't need a weight to do this really. We're going to do rows with a fly. So from here, start to pull your scapula, your left scapula towards your right scapula. Pinch your upper back, and then bring your hand back down to the ground. And then open out in a wing. And then come down. A row. Come down. A fly. Come down. You can have a barbell in your hand. Row. Come down. Fly. Come down. Row. Open. Halfway there. 4 more. Pull it up and in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lower. Open. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lower, squeezing your upper back. Up and open. Twice more. Row and open. Last one, row and open. Whew! Spicy. Take your left hand, put it in front of you, and I'll give you kind of the front view so you can see how stable my shoulders are. Now you're going to do it with your right hand. And again, feel free to have a weight, but it works without a weight. I'm burning it, I'm not using one. So, bend your elbow ever so slightly. Row up. Imagine trying to put a pencil between your scapula and then reach back down and then fly open and come down. Row and open. 6 more. 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, squeeze, 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 4, squeeze, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. You can do all of that from plank as well, but that was probably fine for today. And then drop down to your knees, come into a tabletop, and we're going to do a couple contralateral raises. So firmly plant your left hand and your right leg on the ground, curl your toes under for balance, pull your belly in, and slowly start to reach your right hand out in front of you. And then slowly take your left toes to the back of your mat, or whatever, pull your belly in, try to bring your left hip down in line with your right, and then lift up through your left heel. Notice if your back started to bow open and lift up, press into the ground. You can stay here if you're topsy-turvy, or if you're pretty stable and strong, then slowly start to draw right elbow, left knee, round through your upper back, and then extend back out. Don't back bend, reach front and backwards rather than up. And round if you're moving, or just stay long if you're not. 4 more times if you're moving. Or just control, pull your belly and press into your left hand. Rounding, maybe inhaling as you reach, and maybe exhaling as you curl if you're moving. 2 more. Last one. Whew. And then return, right hand, left knee, shake it out. Reach your left hand forward, pull your belly in, press into your right hand. Right toes at the back of, or just out behind you if you're not on a mat. And then again, pull your belly in and try to make sure that your hip's not opening up. Bring your left hip and right hip in line with one another. And then lift your right heel. Pull your belly in, find your balance. My back left toes are curled for balance. Stay, or exhale to round. Inhale, extend. Exhale to round, 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 round. Inhale. Round, reach, 4 more, round, reach, 3, 2, and 1, reach, and then hands come down to the ground. Whew. From here, step back to plank, lower your knees to the ground from plank, and then slowly lower yourself down to the ground. Let your chest hit before your belly. From here, last exercise of the series. Uncurl your toes, stretch your feet backwards, get all nice and cozy. Hands out in a cactus. And when you're ready with me, hopefully you're ready, inhale to bring your body up off the ground, your chest, your feet stay on the ground. And then reach your arms forward in front of you into almost a Y shape. Bring them back into a cactus shape, and then come down. We're going to do that 11 times. Inhale, reach up, stay full. Exhale, come down. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! From here, take your left hand out onto the ground in a perfect T from your shoulder. So make sure it's not lower than your shoulder. Make sure it's not above your shoulder. Maybe even look at each other's shoulders if you're there to make sure your arm is straight out. And then slowly start to come up onto the left-hand side of your body to stretch the shoulder. I'm going to quickly come up to the other side so you can see it. But I want you to do both sides for a solid 20 seconds. So when you come up and over, you can use your hand that's in front of you to just support yourself. You can do whatever you want with your legs. It doesn't matter. All I want is you to be stretching your upper chest. Hang out here on each side for about 20 seconds. Hit pause or rewind and do those exercises twice more, starting with the mountain climbers, plank rows, the tabletop with the extension, and your Supermans with a W into the Y. Twice more after your stretches. And do your stretches after every round as well. And then I'll meet you for the next set. Have fun. All right, welcome back from your other 2 rounds of your mountain climbers and everything. So I should have actually started down low. So you probably just finished stretching. So after your stretch, come onto your belly, hands on the mat, ground. Lift yourself up. Bring your hands towards your knees, and then slowly round up to a stand. And then shake it out and welcome to standing. From here, you're gonna do some worms with shoulder taps. You can start right away with me because we'll move slowly. So when you're ready, slowly fold down, walk your hands out to a plank. In plank, tap your left shoulder with your right arm. Come back to plank. Left shoulder with left arm to plank. Walk your feet in towards your hands. Walk your feet back out. Tap left, tap right. Walk your hands back in. We'll do that 5 more times. Walk your hands out. Tap, tap. Walk your feet in. Walk your feet out. Tap, tap. Walk your hands back. 4 more times. Walk your hands out. Tap, tap. Walk your feet up. Walk your feet out. Tap, tap. Walk your hands back. 3 more times. Walk out. Tap, tap. Walk up. Walk out. Tap, tap. Walk back. Twice more. Walk out. Tap, tap. Walk up. Walk out. Tap, tap. Walk back. Last one. Walk out. So mobility and strength. Tap, tap. Walk up. Walk back. Tap, tap. Walk back. Slowly roll up to stand. Shake it all out. We're going to do knee raises with a hop. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do, I'm going to show you this first and then do it with me, is you're going to step back. Don't come too low yet. And then you're going to draw the back knee up and hop and step back. So it's not a lunge. It's just a tap back, and your strength is all in your front leg, weight in your heel, and it's a power move all from the front leg. We'll do 6 on each side to make it 12 in total. And if you're ready, you can join with me. So make sure you have room behind you more than anything. And as you're ready, we'll start with your right leg. Tap your right leg back, and then draw your right knee up and hop. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's hard to talk while doing it, so I'm going to count them out. Let's do them now together. Sorry about that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then switching on the other side. Tap your left foot back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, it's all about the front leg. The back leg is just more your momentum, and the front leg's all your strength. Whew. Now I want you to get into your lunges. So when you come into your lunge, I'll start with the leg that's closer to the camera first. What I would like you to do, you can have your back knee down or up. It's your prerogative. I'd rather it be up ever so slightly. Pull your belly in. Lift your front toes. And try to let your arms just relax. You don't have to be all yogi about it. But come on into this
shape with your body. And join me for 20 seconds and I'll continue chatting to you about what you're doing. So again, pull your belly in. It helps if you almost cough and then engages your lower abdomen. You should be feeling a massive stretch up the psoas, the front of your left hip, as you reach your chest up. Pull your belly in, wiggle your front toes, and hang out for 3 more seconds. Whew. That should feel warm. Other side. So bring your opposite leg back. It doesn't matter which one you started with. Have the back toes curled and drop your back knee to the ground. Lift your front toes up so you can make sure the weight is in your heel. Your knee's not coming in front of your toes. You're nice and back. Pull your belly in. 20 seconds. I recommend just letting your arms hang so that you don't have any tension in your shoulders. Relax, relax, relax. Pull your belly in. Lift your chest up and feel the stretch up the front of your back leg, your hip flexor. Another 3 seconds. And come on up. And when I'm coming up, I'm pressing out of my front leg. I'm not hopping off my back leg. And then we're gonna hold a sumo squat for 30 seconds. So your feet are significantly wider than shoulder width. You're not in a big horse stance, but just wider than shoulder width. And then press into the outer edges of your feet. Lift your arch up and then come down into your sumo squat. I want you to not feel pain in your knees, so snuggle around. Make sure you like where you are. Weight back in your heels. You should be able to almost lift the balls of your feet up. And hang out with me for 30 seconds. Breathe. Do we have anything else? One more after this for this set. Pull your belly in. The more you're comfortable you are, the more you can start to lift your chest up, and the lower you can start to get your butt. But I'm okay with 90-degree angles as long as you're not collapsing your knees inward, as long as there's a line from the outside of your shins going down to your ankles. 10 more seconds. So there's a big stretch as well as strength, so you're working on the antagonistic muscles. 3, 2, press up. Shake it out. Bring your feet together, towards one another, about shoulder width apart. You can have your hands at your hips, or you can have your hands across your chest. You could even use a weight if you like. We're just gonna do a couple of good mornings. An introduction to deadlifts. You can have a slight bend to your knees if that serves you. And then slowly start to come down so that your chest is parallel to the floor and you're at a 90-degree angle at your hip. And then come back up. We'll do that 11 more times. Come down and up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, so that was one set. You're gonna go back and do that twice more. So you're starting with the worms, working your way through the knee raises, the lunge, the squat, and the good mornings. Twice more. Go give it a try, and then I'll meet you back here after your next 2 sets. Welcome to your last set. So again, I'll do the first one with you, and then you can do twice more without me, or with me if you hit rewind. So you've just finished your good warmings, you're standing up. What I'd love for you to do is challenge a little bit of mobility. Have your feet hip distance apart, and then slowly start to come into a chair, if you were in yoga, or a squat. It's a narrow leg squat. And slowly, 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 slowly start to come down. And if you fall backwards, you fall backwards. And eventually you're gonna end up on your bum. Just a little fun challenge. Now you're down. So again, this is the last little bit. Bring this so I can remember it. And then from here, come down onto your back. Bring your hands up over your head. Point your toes. And you're slowly gonna lift up into a hollow body position. This is already challenging enough. Then what I want you guys to do is rock with me twice. 1, 2, and tuck up. And then we'll open up and do it again. And we'll do that 12 times. So when you're ready, come down into your hollow position, take a big breath in, take a big breath out, and then rock. 1, 2, tuck up. 1, 2, tuck up. 10 more. 1, 2, tuck. 1, 2, tuck. 1, 2, tuck. 8 more times. 1, 2, tuck. 1, 2, tuck. 6 more times. 1, 2, tuck. 1, 2, 4 more. And up. 3, 2, 1 more. Last one. It feels so good. And then come down at your back, hug your knees in, then plant your feet right underneath your knees. If this starts bothering you, you can actually have your feet out a little bit. We're going to do some bridges. So I like to tuck my shoulders a little bit under my back, and I can do that by reaching my hands down long. You don't have to do that. It's just something I tend to do. Is I puff my chest up and tuck my shoulders under, and then relax your head. You don't need your neck and jaw involved. Plant your feet into the ground. Try to press into the outer edges of your feet so your knees don't knock inward. Press your low back down into your ground, and then slowly start to reach your hips up. And then lower down about 2/3 of the way. And then join me. 1, 2, we're going for 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Slowly lower down, and when you're at that halfway point, 2/3 point, round through your back so your low back hits, and then your sacrum and tailbone. You can untuck your shoulders. I recommend putting your arms out into a T for this. Lift your knees right underneath your hips, and do something funky with your toes to make sure you're engaged through there. This is just going to work on the inner line of your body, and we're working basically on a lot of shoulders and hips today, as well as core, and it's all with running in mind. So from here, and posture, because you guys requested that. Slowly start to open your legs out as far as your mobility will allow. It might not be very far. And then engage your lower abdomen to bring your legs back in. Slowly, with control lower out. Don't let gravity control the movement. And then engage through your abs, cough, and pull back in. 10 more. 10, 9, 8. The breath is wonderful. I recommend doing it, even though it sounds really stupid. 6, 5, engages you. 4, 3, I don't know. 2, and 1. Pull it in, give it a hug, and then do that twice more. So it's just simply the hollow rocks with the tuck up, the bridge ups, and that kind of split thing we just did. If your knees are bothering you during the bridge stuff, you can put a book or a pillow or anything between your knees to add support, and then squeeze into that support. But you want to make sure you have about 2 fists between your knees-ish. I just don't want that hurting you. And if it is, and you try some support and it's still bothering you, let me know, because that's a really good exercise I'd like you guys to be doing this week, particularly, and then going forward. And obviously you can't do it if it's bothering you, so let me know. But yeah, go back, do that twice more, and then that's your strength workout for the week. Have fun.